Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Lily's shocking discovery, Kane and Phyllis exposed. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease that Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, might witness the intense connection between Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? As this love triangle reaches its breaking point, the Y&R fall preview spoilers certainly refer to this as a triangle and emphasize Phyllis's fascination with Kane's, Aristotle Dumas, persona. Aristotle Dumas is definitely a part of Kane. Clearly, there's a part of Kane that is still attached to that former version of himself, and Phyllis is always there to encourage him. Phyllis believes that Kane should abandon his hopes of rekindling his relationship with Lily and focus instead on his ambition for dominance in Genoa City. Naturally, Phyllis might also have her own interests in Kane, given the numerous compliments she showers upon him. The playful exchanges between Kane and Phyllis could easily be interpreted as mutual flirting, making it apparent how these two could potentially blend business with pleasure at some point. What is this? Recently, after Kane invited Phyllis to dinner at Society, they encountered Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, while they were there. Kane wanted a romance with Tracy at one time. Kane once dreamed of transforming his friendship with Tracy into a romantic relationship, and their interactions were a warm reflection of that desire. Phyllis was clearly disturbed by the bond they shared and appeared somewhat envious of the attention Kane was giving Tracy. This only reinforces the idea that Phyllis wants Kane's attention solely on her, rather than on any other woman. Deep down, Phyllis might be hoping to emerge as the ultimate power couple with Kane. Perhaps once they achieve all their aspirations, Phyllis believes she can claim the title of the new queen of Kane's heart, making him forget about Lily, Tracy, or anyone else. Phyllis will continue to make moves on the Dumas inside Kane. Regardless of the situation, Phyllis will keep enticing the Dumas side of Kane, and it's possible she might eventually seduce him. This could spell trouble if Lily catches Kane and Phyllis in a passionate moment. Even witnessing a kiss between them would be a significant blow for Lily, and discovering a more intimate encounter would undoubtedly escalate the situation. Phyllis has a talent for creating obstacles for Kane and Lily, so is she about to create another one? What is this? Y&R spoilers indicate that Phyllis will continue to stir the pot, so we'll keep you posted on any negative developments she may bring to Kane's reunion efforts with Lily. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y&R right now. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Lily's shocking discovery, Kane and Phyllis exposed. Genoa City is never short on secrets, lies, and betrayals, but the latest wave of drama set to shake the lives of its residents could be one of the most scandalous yet. In a storyline that combines old wounds with fiery new betrayals, The Young and the Restless is preparing to deliver a shocking twist that places Lily Winters at the center of a heartbreaking discovery. According to emerging spoilers, Lily may uncover the truth about an affair between her former husband Kane Ashby and the unpredictable Phyllis Summers, and this revelation is certain to send ripples through the entire community. For longtime viewers, Lily's journey has always been laced with heartbreak and resilience. She endured Kane's previous betrayals, his fake death, his deceptions, and his inability to stay true when temptation beckoned. Each time, she fought to keep her marriage intact, and while she eventually broke free, there has always been an undercurrent of unfinished business between them. Now, with Kane resurfacing in the Genoa City orbit and Phyllis forever teetering between redemption and self-destruction, the stage is set for a bombshell that could reignite old wounds and leave Lily questioning everything she thought she had moved on from. The question is, will Lily walk away stronger this time, or will the truth unravel her hard-fought stability? Kane's history with Lily is complicated to say the least. Their romance was once a fairy tale, the charming Australian who won the heart of Neil Winter's daughter and built a family that seemed unshakable. But deception has always haunted Kane's life. From the truth about his identity to his betrayals with other women, he's repeatedly chosen secrets over honesty. Every time Lily gave him another chance, every time she believed in his promises, she ended up with more heartbreak. If the spoilers prove true and Kane has rekindled his scheming ways with Phyllis, it may be the final nail in the coffin for any chance of reconciliation. Phyllis, of course, is no stranger to scandal herself. She's built a reputation as one of the most unpredictable women in Genoa City, constantly juggling her desire for love with her penchant for risky behavior. Over the years, she has had affairs, stolen lovers, and orchestrated plots that have burned countless bridges. Her relationship with Nick Newman remains one of her most famous entanglements, and her rivalry with women like Sharon and Diane keeps her firmly in the center of attention. But if Phyllis has indeed crossed the line with Kane, the fallout won't just affect Lily, it could alter the course of Phyllis's already fragile place in Genoa City society. Viewers know that Lily has worked hard to carve out a new path for herself, one that doesn't depend on Kane's approval or presence. She's been running Chancellor Winters with Billy Abbott, managing her family's business legacy while balancing personal challenges. She's redefined herself as a strong, independent woman who no longer needs Kane to complete her. And yet, deep down, there's always been a lingering vulnerability where Kane is concerned. Discovering that he has turned to Phyllis behind closed doors would not only feel like déjà vu, but it would also serve as a painful reminder of all the times she gave him her trust only for him to break it. The way Lily finds out about this alleged affair will also play a critical role in shaping the fallout. Spoilers tease that she could stumble upon undeniable evidence, perhaps overhearing a heated exchange between Kane and Phyllis, finding incriminating messages, or even catching them in a compromising moment. Lily's reaction will undoubtedly be fiery. After everything she's endured, she won't be able to contain her anger, her sadness, and her sense of betrayal. This discovery could also strain Lily's current working relationship with Billy. Fans have long speculated about romantic sparks between Lily and Billy, and with Billy's history of feuds and friendships with Phyllis, the situation could get messy quickly. Billy is bound to take sides, and knowing his complicated history with Phyllis, his loyalty may be tested in ways Lily doesn't expect. It's also worth considering how this shocking revelation could ripple out into the broader Genoa City community. Phyllis's children, Summer and Daniel, have been working hard to keep their mother on track, but news of another reckless affair could destroy the fragile progress she has made. Summer, in particular, has been trying to establish her independence and stability after messy personal challenges of her own, and learning that her mother is once again making destructive choices will not sit well with her. Daniel, too, will have harsh words, reminding Phyllis that every time she sabotages herself, she drags her family down with her. For Kane, the fallout could be equally devastating. He's already struggled to reclaim respectability in Genoa City, and an affair with Phyllis, who has her own long list of enemies, will only reinforce the image of him as an unreliable partner and father. His children with Lily, Maddie and Charlie, may even become part of the fallout, as Lily won't want them to once again suffer the consequences of their father's selfish actions. Another layer of drama comes from Victor Newman and the Newmans' ongoing feud with Phyllis. If Victor catches wind of this scandal, he may find ways to use it to his advantage, further isolating Phyllis and dragging Kane into the crossfire. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott, who has always had complicated feelings toward Phyllis, may be forced to confront the reality that she's still making dangerous choices. Could this push Jack further into Diane's arms, as he sees Phyllis repeating the same destructive cycles? At the heart of this brewing storm, however, is Lily. For years, fans have watched her grow from a vulnerable young woman into a powerhouse in both her personal and professional life. This storyline presents her with another painful trial, but it could also serve as the perfect catalyst for her to finally close the book on Kane for good. Instead of falling into old patterns of forgiveness, Lily may decide that this is the last straw, choosing self-respect and independence over a toxic cycle of betrayal. Phyllis may try to downplay her role, insisting it was just a fling or claiming Kane manipulated her. But Lily won't be swayed so easily. She has too much at stake, too much history, and too much dignity to allow herself to be humiliated again. This could set the stage for a fiery showdown between Lily and Phyllis, a battle that would have the entire town buzzing. As the spoilers continue to unfold, fans of The Young and the Restless should brace themselves for high-stakes drama that blends betrayal, heartbreak, and a battle for dignity. Lily's shocking discovery about Kane and Phyllis has the potential to become one of the most explosive storylines of the season, reminding everyone in Genoa City that no secret stays buried for long and that when betrayal comes to light, the fallout is always fierce. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Lily's shocking discovery, Kane and Phyllis exposed. Genoa City thrives on secrets, and the latest bombshell poised to explode may prove to be one of the most personal betrayals in recent memory. Lily Winters has worked tirelessly to rebuild her life after years of heartbreak with Kane Ashby, but The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that she may soon face the ultimate test of strength when she uncovers a scandalous connection between Kane and the unpredictable Phyllis Summers. For Lily, the discovery will not just sting, it will cut deep into old wounds that never fully healed. Lily's journey has been a roller coaster of triumphs and tragedies. She endured the pain of Kane's lies, infidelity, and countless second chances that left her questioning her own judgment. After finally breaking free, she focused on herself and her role at Chancellor Winters, determined not to let Kane dictate her future. But despite her resolve, Kane has always remained a shadow in her story, a reminder of the love that once consumed her. Now, with Kane back in Genoa City orbit and Phyllis constantly balancing her need for love against her destructive impulses, the two crossing paths may ignite a scandal that no one saw coming. Kane has always been drawn to risky behavior. Even when he promised Lily the world, temptation seemed to follow him. Phyllis, meanwhile, thrives in chaos, often lashing out when her life spins out of control. Put together, they're a combustible pair, one desperate for validation and the other unable to resist forbidden thrills. If Lily stumbles across proof of their entanglement, it won't just feel like another betrayal from Kane, it will feel like history cruelly repeating itself. Spoilers hint that Lily's shocking discovery could happen in dramatic fashion. Perhaps she overhears a conversation between Phyllis and Kane, or maybe she finds evidence in Phyllis's possession. Whatever the method, the revelation will leave Lily shaken, furious, and determined not to let the betrayal slide. For Phyllis, the consequences could be catastrophic. She has already burned so many bridges in Genoa City, and if her daughter Summer learns about another reckless decision, it could push her to completely cut ties. Daniel, too, has been trying to support his mother, but Phyllis's destructive cycle may once again ruin the fragile progress she's made with her family. Kane will face his own fallout. His reputation is already damaged, and aligning himself with Phyllis will only deepen the perception that he cannot be trusted. His children with Lily, Maddie and Charlie, may even be drawn into the drama, watching their father repeat patterns that caused so much pain in the past. Lily will be left with choices to make. Will she confront them head-on in a fiery showdown? Will she confide in Billy Abbott, who has his own complicated history with Phyllis? The spoilers suggest that this discovery could ripple outward, pulling in multiple players in Genoa City. Victor Newman, always watching for leverage, could weaponize the scandal to his advantage, further isolating Phyllis. Jack Abbott may also be forced to take a hard look at Phyllis, perhaps realizing she's once again spiraling into chaos. But at the core of the story lies Lily's strength. Fans have watched her evolve from a young woman into a commanding presence, someone who no longer tolerates being a victim. This revelation could cement her transformation, showing that while Kane and Phyllis may wallow in betrayal, Lily will rise above it. For longtime viewers, this is not just another scandal, it's the continuation of a legacy of heartbreak, resilience, and growth. Genoa City thrives on secrets, and Lily's shocking discovery could mark a turning point that defines not only her future but also the futures of Kane and Phyllis. The fallout will be messy, the confrontations fiery, and the repercussions felt far beyond Lily's personal life. Fans should prepare for a storyline filled with betrayal, passion, and retribution, the kind of drama that makes The Young and the Restless appointment television. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Lily's shocking discovery, Kane and Phyllis exposed. In Genoa City, secrets have a way of clawing their way to the surface no matter how carefully they're hidden, and the newest spoilers for The Young and the Restless promise to drag up a betrayal that cuts deeper than most. Lily Winters, who has spent years piecing her life back together after heartbreak, may soon face a shocking discovery that reopens old wounds and tests every ounce of strength she has. The whispers point to none other than Kane Ashby and Phyllis Summers, two names Lily never expected to see tangled together in betrayal. If Lily uncovers their secret, the fallout could shake the foundations of her world and leave Genoa City buzzing with scandal. For Lily, the road to healing was never easy. She endured cancer, devastating losses, and most painfully, Kane's repeated betrayals. Each time he strayed, she tried to find forgiveness, believing that love could outweigh deception. But even her unshakable loyalty eventually crumbled, and she walked away to protect her own peace. Yet Kane has remained a presence in her story, a ghost of what could have been, and part of her still flinches at the mention of his name. Now, rumors of an affair with Phyllis threaten to rip open scars Lily worked so hard to close. Kane's reputation for temptation is no secret. Charming and persuasive, he often seemed more invested in keeping up appearances than being truly faithful. When temptation came knocking, Kane too often answered. Pairing him with Phyllis, whose life is a tornado of passion and self-destruction, feels like a recipe for trouble. Phyllis is infamous for chasing what she wants regardless of the damage it causes, her affairs with Nick Newman and Billy Abbott being just two glaring examples. If she and Kane have crossed the line, the ripple effects will devastate not just Lily but the entire web of relationships surrounding them. Spoilers hint Lily's discovery won't be subtle. Perhaps she overhears a heated exchange between Kane and Phyllis, or maybe an incriminating text thread falls into her hands. Maybe fate twists cruelly, and Lily catches them in the act. However it unfolds, it won't be something she can brush aside. Lily's reaction will be swift and fierce. For years, she gave Kane grace, but this time, her fury will speak louder than forgiveness. Phyllis, of course, will face brutal consequences. Her children have been watching her every move, hoping she'd stabilize her life. Summer has tried to build independence and strength, and Daniel has worked to support his mother despite their rocky history. If they discover she's entangled herself in yet another destructive affair, it could be the breaking point. Summer may finally wash her hands of her mother's chaos, and Daniel may step back, exhausted by her inability to change. As for Kane, his downfall may be sealed. His children with Lily, Maddie and Charlie, could be pulled into the drama once again. They've already suffered through their father's scandals, another betrayal will only reinforce the painful truth that Kane struggles to put his family first. Any hope he had of rebuilding a stable image will crumble, leaving him exposed as a man who can't resist temptation, no matter the cost. The ripple effects in Genoa City will extend far beyond Lily's personal life. Billy Abbott, who has had his own history with both Lily and Phyllis, could be drawn into the fallout. If Lily turns to Billy for support, it could reignite sparks between them, but it may also put Billy in an impossible position. Will he side with Lily, or will his complicated feelings toward Phyllis muddy the waters? Jack Abbott, too, will not stand idly by. His history with Phyllis is long and complex, and her choices could push him further toward Diane, solidifying his belief that Phyllis is incapable of change. Victor Newman may also find ways to exploit the scandal. Victor is always looking for leverage, and Phyllis's mistakes make her vulnerable. If he learns of her affair with Kane, he could use the information strategically, either to manipulate business dealings or to isolate her further.